Hello and greetings from Kanazawa, city of geisha districts, samurai neighborhoods, and ninja temples. This was the next stop of our trip across Japan, and we planned quite a varied itinerary. In this video, we'll be visiting Kenrokuen Garden, which is considered one of the most beautiful gardens in all of Japan. We'll wander the Naga-machi District, where we'll visit tea houses and former samurai homes. We'll visit a ninja weapon museum and try our hand at throwing stars. Plus, we'll dive into the local cuisine, featuring Kanazawa Curry, traditional Japanese desserts, and even some international flavors. The following is our Kanazawa travel guide. First up, we visited Omicho Market, Kanazawa's largest fresh food market dating back to the Edo period. The market is nicknamed Kanazawa's Kitchen, and it is home to some 200 stalls that mainly sell seafood, though you can also find vegetable vendors, flower shops, and even clothing stores. Omicho Market is busy during the morning hours as well as lunchtime thanks to the numerous seafood restaurants located in and around the market. However, our struggle was finding a place to eat. So guys, we came to the seafood market. Here we are with Sam. It is a very busy market on a Monday.
Yes, it's a holiday, so everyone's got the day off, and I think everyone decided to come here.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've learned that the seafood market part is on the first floor. They also have restaurants on the first floor, but they have more restaurants on the second floor if you can find the elevator in this maze of lanes.
We had some places quoting us for like a 2-hour waiting time, so we're like, no, we don't have the patience for that. So
yeah,
we're just trying to scout out a place that's available where we can maybe try some sushi. It is a seafood market, so we'll see what we can do here.
Yes, wish us luck.
We shall see. Adapt, overcome, and evolve. So the 3 words that come to mind at the moment. The seafood market is fascinating. There's a lot of really great restaurants. It seems to have seafood here. It's just the problem is, like we've alluded to, we're here on a holiday. We're here at noon, and it's just packed to the point of no return. We tried to escape the madness on the first floor, went up to the second floor. It's also busy here. So what we've decided to do is we found a little bit more of a hole-in-the-wall place, a Chinese restaurant here that serves dim sum and different kinds of ramen and other dishes. And we found some really nice affordable prices, and we've decided to have lunch here.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna do.
I am happy with this plan.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited about my set. This is the assorted dim sum set. I mean, there's a spring roll here, crispy spring roll. This is gonna be my dessert. The sesame ball, likely with red bean paste or
black sesame.
Yeah, black sesame. Comes with a soup as well, an egg soup. Very colorful assortment of dim sum. Here we have the shrimp one, and then spinach. This looks like pork. I'm not sure what this one is here. Could be meat. And
I think that one was squash.
yeah, and then over here, one of my favorites. I'm gonna open this one up.
The lotus leaf.
The lotus leaf. Look at that. Steam coming off. Oh, yum. So good. I'm gonna start with that. That's chicken. Oh. Totally delicious. Oh, that tender chicken. Really nice savory sauce. Let's try spinach. Spinach on the outside, shrimp in the middle. Very tasty.
That's a nice surprise.
Very nice surprise.
This is what I got, the peanut noodles. I tried the broth already, it's so good.
Yep.
We're gonna add some of this spice and our little dumplings here. Okay, well I'm gonna try the noodles, guys. I'm gonna try and detangle them.
Even smell good from over here. How are they?
So nice and nutty. I'm gonna add a bit of the spice though, to give it some
That's
kick.
a special handmade spice they were telling us.
Yeah, they make the spice here, so
Put that in
let's try it. I do like spice. I'm not scared of the spice.
there. No, neither of us are.
Ooh, there's that broth. Look at that.
Can't wait to try it too. How are your dumplings?
Delicious. Oh, I haven't even tried that yet. I'll dip it in the spice as well. Why not? Why not? Oh, look at that. Filled with greens. Oh. I'm like, I'm about to cry.
About to cry. Too much
From the
spice.
fieriness.
But overall great, huh? Yeah.
This has been such a nice surprise,
Yeah.
honestly. It's just like a local little family spot. All the food is homemade. And The owner was telling us that it's known to locals, but tourists don't really come here. And the food is so good, so you definitely should.
Yeah. They were once put in the Lonely Planet as a off the beaten path place, so that's kind of cool too.
That lovely place is called Sentou, and it's Chinese Mandarin food. It was amazing. Like, we just had zero expectations. After we couldn't get seafood, we were kind of like grumpy.
We were a little distraught. We were a little grumpy. We're like, oh, we walked all the way here. We're not going to be eating what we were supposed to. Kind of like when you miss your target.
Yes.
And, but that totally redeemed the afternoon. And it was just great. Very friendly service.
Yes.
The owner speaks English and just kept coming over, and it just was so kind. And so we not only enjoyed the food, but we also enjoyed just the service and the hospitality, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, and again, the food was amazing. Like, I'm still in love with those peanut noodles. I was not expecting to have that today.
Yeah.
And I mean, I tried some of Sam's dumplings, and the dim sum was just great. So would highly, highly recommend.
Indeed.
It's in the second floor,
down
a little side alley, but I'm sure you can find it. We'll try to leave some details. Okay, so we are now standing in front of Tsuzumimon Gate. This is another attraction not to be missed as soon as you arrive in Kanazawa, particularly if you're coming by train, because this gate right here is right outside Kanazawa Station, and it's basically this very ornate gate that greets you, and it's meant to resemble traditional Japanese drums. So that's why the name, but check that out. Now that's one piece of architecture right there.
We're in a train station right now.
I know, this is a very cool station, just full of contrast.
Full of contrast. This is in the bottom section. We took an interesting escalator. This whole train station is fascinating. We just learned a little bit more about the kind of contrast that they were hoping to build. So the outside gate is supposed to be, of course, the traditional part, which then connects with the futuristic part of the station. So it's a blend of tradition and modernity, just like this.
Also, even with this garden, like, you've got this little zen-like space here, and then just lots of gray, lots of smooth concrete.
Yeah, it's just such a fascinating train station, and it just goes to show you that you can make a transportation hub into an attraction in and of itself. Okay, so for today's lunch, we have ordered set meals because that's the specialty of this izakaya. Yeah. So this izakaya, again, is right in the train station area. They have great specials. We decided to go for the complete sets. So I'm getting like a breaded chicken with mayonnaise and some, it looks like a glaze on top. And then over here, it comes with miso soup. It comes with apparently some meat and some vegetables and a generous bowl of rice. Yes, the bowls of rice are actually quite large at this place. It's a really good portion. And the one thing we're sharing is the sashimi. Here in Kanazawa, we're by the coast, and the specialty is seafood. And the cool thing about the sashimi, it's that it comes like on a little bed of crushed ice to keep the fish nice and cool. Really nice presentation, some lemon, and of course wasabi. So would you like to try that next? That looks like a nice piece of tuna right there. Check that out, guys. Big and plump. I'm just gonna go direct in the mouth. No soy sauce this time around. Yes. Nothing like sashimi. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I could just have an entire meal of that. Anyways, really tasty food and just a nice cozy environment here. Compared to other izakayas, you have a little bit more space, I'll say. It's a nice seating arrangement and just overall a really good place to have lunch. Yeah, we've got like our own little alcove, I would call it. Yep. Feels quite private. It does. And then this is my meal. I've got some shredded cabbage with some strips of beef, a sweet beef, and then an omelet on top with bonito flakes.
Here's another little side dish. This looks like some pork with a miso soup, pickled radish and greens, and of course the bowl of rice. So I would say that's quite a substantial lunch we're having today.
It is.
This kind of, it's reminiscent of bulgogi. No, it reminds me of the Korean thin strips of beef, and it has a bit of a sweet sauce.
Looks a bit like okonomiyaki too.
Yeah, like a disassembled okonomiyaki. That's what it was labeled as
Oh,
on the menu. Just so tender.
so tender, huh?
Also miso, it wouldn't be a proper meal without our little bowl of miso here. So yeah, that's very good. I think this is going to give us our energy so we can spend a few hours out and about sightseeing.
Fortify us.
And maybe I'll try a piece of your chicken.
Yep.
Just because it looks so nice.
If you'll like it.
Very juicy, very tender, and I love the crispy exterior.
Yep, exactly. That's how I felt too. Nice sauce too.
Alrighty, price point for that izakaya meal.
It's raining outside, guys.
Yeah.
So, incredible value, 2,400 yen. That included everything, the 2 sets and the sashimi. And we are leaving very full, very satisfied. That was overall a really good meal. What's kind of nice about their lunch menu, it's a little bit more limited in terms of its options, but the food was delivered really fast. So if you're looking for like kind of a quick, tasty meal, I can't think of a better place. So it was perfect.
Yeah, we got there at like 11:30 as soon as they opened, and it wasn't busy at all. Half an hour later, all the office workers are in there.
Yeah, so come a bit early. Maybe that's the tip.
Doggies. So this is where people write their wishes, and they're just so cute. Look at these little dogs, and then you also have sakura in different colors. We've just arrived at Uji Temple here in Kanazawa. Now, what's interesting about this temple is that it's often nicknamed the Ninja Temple because it's got like lots of little corridors, and it's a bit of a maze inside. It's meant to confuse you and trick you, and you can do guided tours. Now, we just got here. We didn't realize you're supposed to make a reservation and get a time slot in order to go in. So as you can see, there's a big group behind us slowly going in now. It's 1,200 yen per person to tour the interior, but now the tricky part is you're not allowed to take any photos, any videos. You can't use your phone while you're there. So as interesting as it sounds, and I'd love to be able to take you in and show you the interior of the Ninja Temple, it's just not allowed. So if you find yourself traveling here in Kanazawa, this is one of the attractions that you can check out. Just make sure you make a reservation and you arrive on time for your time slot, because otherwise they give your spot away. Now venturing into the Nishi Chaya district. Next, we visited the Nishi Chaya district. Chaya literally means tea house, and it's a type of establishment where geishas would entertain guests with song and dance. Kanazawa has 3 well-preserved geisha districts across the city, and this one is considered one of the quieter districts. We first visited the Kanazawa Nishi Chaya Museum. On the second floor of the museum, you can see a recreation of a tea room where geishas would entertain guests. The museum is very small, and the information is only in Japanese, so you can decide if it's worth your while.
Spin.
Okay.
Okay.
You trying Ninja
Yeah,
Star?
this is gonna be fun. Throwing the ninja stars. We get 5 throws.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Center, you get present.
Oh.
More present. Okay.
So, throw hard or throw soft?
Hard.
Throw hard?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Fighting.
Let's go.
Fighting. Good luck.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Nope. Oh, 2 out of 5.
Let me down.
At least I hit the target.
Okay, so we just finished visiting the Ninja Weapon Museum.
I got to live out my inner ninja experience by throwing ninja stars, 5 of them. Now I hit the target each time, but only 2 of them stuck. And I didn't quite hit the bullseye. If I hit the bullseye, I would have got a prize, but it was so much fun.
Yeah, so it was really cool seeing all the weapons on display. Now, again, we aren't having much luck today because you're not allowed to film inside that museum either. So I was able to show you the experience of throwing stars, but once you go up to the 2nd floor to see the weapons, you're only allowed to take photos. You also get a little booklet with the explanation of each weapon and how it would have been used. Super interesting if you're in the area, if you're in this district. This is one of those attractions worth checking out. The sky was getting dark and threatening of rain, so we then decided to pop into a tea house. This place is called Amanato Kawamura, and they do Japanese sweets with a bit of a modern twist. It was quite the experience. Okay, so we decided to visit a tea house, and I'm so impressed with the presentation of this. I got the warabi mochi, which is one of my favorite types of mochi. It's like jelly-like, gelatinous.
Yeah.
Like you can see as I pick it up, it just jiggles and moves around.
Love the powder on it.
So I'm gonna try that first. Careful not to choke on that powder. I got it as a set with a drink. So I've ordered a matcha, and this is a syrup to add into the matcha. I'm gonna just add half and see how
And
that
milk,
tastes.
too.
Yeah, and then milk. So once I finish the warabi mochi, we're gonna add the powder, and I have black honey. So I feel like a little scientist here.
You get to, in your little laboratory.
Yes, my tray is my laboratory.
Look at that.
So I'm gonna taste it.
Looks very concentrated.
Ooh.
Is that nice?
Well, that's good. I'm gonna put the rest of the sugar in there. For Sam's set, some ginger lemon soda.
And I got a complete bean tasting set with some ice cream and beans too. Let's try the soda first. Oh yeah. Oh, friends, that has some serious ginger bite to it. I love it. And the neat thing about this tasting set is there is a guide to it here. You can see that I have soybean paste, green soybeans, azuki, all kinds.
Who would have thought beans for dessert? But here we
Oh,
are.
I do like my beans, my azuki beans and those like steamed buns. I'm just gonna try them. This one I think is actually the pecan nut, so I'm very excited to have that. Check that out. They're giving you a little stick. Yeah, it's been coated in a nice glaze of sugar. Softer texture than what you would imagine.
And what's interesting, they also have a daily special. The lady said today there's white sesame and matcha, those little jellies there.
I'm gonna try. White sesame.
And then you also have a sweet potato.
Oh, that's nice and sweet, but in the Japanese subtle way. A sweet potato.
Yeah, dessert is very different around these parts, but I do like it.
And the last but not least, let's try the ice cream. Show you guys that. Of course, I'm gonna grab a slice of the bean too.
Beans and ice cream, okay.
Oh, that's the best part of all. And it goes so well with the beans.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought, but I'm enjoying this very much. This is, it's just a nice little, beautiful, delicate treat, I would say.
Interesting. Nutty. Alrighty, we are undercover because it has started raining again. We wanted to do a quick price point for that Japanese tea set. It all came to 3,800, which I think is more than we've spent on food.
Yeah, we've actually been having a lot of budget meals in this city, so that's the most expensive one we've had, but it was very distinct, very unique, and just some nice, beautiful, delicate treats, really.
Yes, it was all delicate and elegant and subtle and exactly what you'd expect from Japanese desserts. So yeah, that was really nice. I really enjoyed it. And Now you have an idea of what kind of desserts you can have in Japan. Lots of beans on your plate.
Yeah, if you like beans, you're in for a treat, that's for sure.
Alrighty, windy morning here at the garden.
It sure is, and we're here to do the two most famous things in the city. We're going to Kenrokuen Garden, and we're also going to Castle Park as well. So we got the combined ticket, 500 yen each.
Yeah.
Pretty good deal if you ask me. And we just arrived inside of the park. It's a nice, beautiful sunny day. It had been raining for a while, so nice to have good weather. And we got the breeze to cool us down. I can't wait to walk around and explore both of these popular attractions here.
Kenrokuen Garden is Kanazawa's top attraction, and it's also considered one of Japan's 3 most beautiful landscape gardens. The gardens were developed from 1620 to 1840, so over a period of over 2 centuries. As you can imagine, this place is a year-round attraction. Cherry blossoms, autumn foliage, covered in snow, or looking lush and green in the summertime. Garden thoughts with Samuel.
That's quite the garden. It's very big, it's very impressive. It's also very crowded too.
Yes.
You're not going to be the only person here. If you're coming for a tranquil escape, this is not the place to go. But it's still beautiful. What I really enjoyed was you got a great vantage point of the city. And then there's also some different areas where we climbed up a little bit of some steps to a monument or a shrine, and that gave us beautiful views of the park as well. There's also some nice little side trails, streams. It's one of those parks where you have to really pay attention to notice all the details.
We then walked over to Kanazawa Castle Park to explore the grounds and visit the reconstructed castle. Kanazawa Castle unfortunately burnt down several times over the centuries, so it's only survived by 2 storehouses and the Ishikawamon Gate. We visited the reconstructed portion of the castle, and if I'm being honest, it was a bit underwhelming after visiting some truly impressive castles in Japan, so I would stick to exploring the park. So we are now visiting Kanazawa Castle Park. I've got to admit, I've enjoyed the gardens a lot more than I thought I would. The gardens are just so vast and so beautiful and just done in so many different styles. So we're kind of exploring the park, working our way through this massive area. And well, we also had a ticket that gave us access to part of the castle, but honestly, there are way more exciting castles in Japan, and we have visited a few of those, so coming to this one, it's just, you know, a little different because this castle has been completely renovated. It just feels a lot more modern, a lot newer. Yeah, so those are some thoughts on the castle. Loving the park, however. He's marching over. Oama Shrine is a Shinto shrine located just outside Kanazawa Castle Park. It features gardens with ponds and bridges, so we enjoyed a little stroll through here before continuing on to the Naga-machi District. Well, today is turning into a garden day. Here we are at the shrine and they have beautiful gardens once again.
Yeah, I think out of all the places we visited, this has the most interesting walking path. I love hopping over the stones. There's a nice little walking bridge as well.
Nagamachi is the former samurai district where samurai and their families used to live. It's located at the foot of Kanazawa Castle, and it's a nice neighborhood with stone streets, earthen walls, small canals, and well-preserved homes. Just a block down, we visited Nomura Samurai House. This is a restored samurai residence that is open to the public as a museum. Inside this home, you'll find samurai heirlooms, antiques, and artifacts. There's also a beautiful inner garden with a pond, stepping stones, bridges, and the biggest koi fish you've ever seen. The only downside is that it was very crowded when we visited. We ended our visit to the Naga-machi District by going to a tea room just another block down from the samurai house. We found this place completely by chance, and it honestly felt like we were walking into a stranger's home. The owner led us to a little table overlooking his garden, and he also had a huge collection of dolls, many of them hundreds of years old. There was no menu here. We were asked if matcha was okay, and we got a delicious bowl of tea with a small dessert. So, highlight of our afternoon, we just got out of a tea house, met the loveliest man ever.
We had such a great conversation talking about chestnuts and maple syrup, and which country has more beautiful scenery, Japan or Canada.
Yeah.
And we concluded both countries too, in different ways.
Yeah, so it was so nice. We went in there, we had some ice cold matcha tea, which was greatly needed this afternoon. Ooh. And then we got some sweets. It was like this green matcha jelly, and inside there was a chestnut paste. Yeah. And it was like, you know, the perfect Japanese dessert. So subtle, soft flavors, delicate. And the man had a beautiful doll collection. Oh, like, this is quite the collection, and the dolls are over 200 years old.
Yeah, he was saying they're collector's items now. Mm-hmm. Even though there are still some dolls made, they're not made in that style anymore, so it makes them even more rare. Yes. He had them beautifully displayed. He had a beautiful garden. Oh, just great hospitality, and just really, it was the most fun thing we did today. And, I'm glad that we found it, and just a great experience, to be honest.
A great conversation as well. So, if you're in the area, definitely check out his tea house. There are no English signs there, but we'll leave some kind of directions in the description of the video.
Like you're invading the house, but it's probably the right one, hopefully.
Then we found a curry restaurant for a late lunch. We simply couldn't leave the city without trying Kanazawa Curry. This dish consists of a fried pork cutlet and a curry that is very dark in color. It's served with a side of cabbage on a stainless steel plate with a spork. So right here, we've got the classic Kanazawa Curry. Look at that.
And it's a very special one. You still have the breaded pork cutlet, but what's unique about it is that you have the curry on top of the rice. You can't see it.
You cannot see the rice.
Normally, it's like it's divided half-sies, right?
Yeah.
Half and half. The other thing is it comes with cabbage. Ooh. So check that out. So I'm gonna try first.
And curry.
Well, look, see, you can see the rice underneath there. See? Let's try some of that first.
It's a very rich, dark gravy.
That's the best. That's the best curry I've had in Japan ever. It's just so good. That richness. Oh, can't wait to try the pork cutlet. Wow. Friends, that is delicious. It was so worth coming here. Like, this is so much better than the regular, I guess, curry, pork cutlet curry you would get in Japan.
You're saying it's better than cocoa curry?
Well, cocoa curry is good, but yeah, this is better. This is like gourmet. This is so good. I love it.
And right here is my meal. I think it's called Hunton rice. Yep. And basically it's a fried rice with ketchup.
Check this out.
With an omelet on top.
Look.
Yeah, there's my ketchup rice.
Yep. Some giant shrimps, maybe?
Look at that.
That looks awesome.
I'm gonna dig in. I'm using a spork.
A spork? Yes.
Spoon fork.
Spoon/fork. I love the old diner feel here too.
Yeah.
Look at the
posters. Pretty cool. I'm not a huge ketchup girl, so this is gonna be interesting. I also got like curry gravy on the side.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Ketchup and curry and omelet and
There's a lot of flavors, huh?
I think it works.
Yeah.
I do think it works. It's a little bit sweeter because of the ketchup.
Try your shrimpy. Huge.
Look at this.
Holy. Wow.
I have a tail on either end. No, one side's got to be the head.
Yeah. Rip that in half. There we go. How's that? Delicious?
Very
I
nice.
really want to try that too. Thank you.
Go ahead.
That's my next bite.
Alrighty, just finished our Kanazawa curry and ketchup rice. That was 2,500 yen. We are so full. I think I speak for both of us. We are so stuffed.
That was, we should have spaced out our meals a bit more, but that was the best, that's the best thing we had here. That was so good. Such a nice little hole in the wall place. This feels like the focus is entirely on the food. And I love a place like that. Your meal was really filling, especially with those giant breaded shrimps. Oh my gosh, that really filled me up right to the brim.
And yours was really spicy.
Yes.
I was surprised by the level of spice with the Kanazawa curry. I felt like it had more of an Indian influence. Yeah, at least at this restaurant.
They brought the richness and they brought the heat, and I'm glad that they did. That was just an excellent meal. In my opinion, you got to figure out a way to include Kanazawa curry into your itinerary.
Right.
If you're here, highly recommend.
Yes, and 2,500 yen. Can't remember if I mentioned that already or not, but that's the price.
That was.
So we are ending our day here at the Kanazawa train station and bus terminal area, actually.
Yeah.
And we wanted to share one final travel tip for moving around the city. Yes, you can take the public buses, but there's a specific bus for tourists that does a loop around the city, hits up all the major attractions, and it's called the Kanazawa Loop Bus.
The right loop and the left loop.
Yes, so it goes clockwise and counterclockwise depending on which direction you want to travel in.
Yeah.
And that's how we've been getting around.
Yeah, it's 210 yen for a single ticket, which is a very affordable, good price. And if you want to get a pass for the day, 800. So if you're doing 4 more rides, then that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But we found that it comes every 15 minutes. It's on time, it's efficient, and it'll take you to basically anywhere you want to go. And great way to save your legs for the actual attractions, because the gardens, the castle, the other places, they require quite a bit of walking. So save your legs.
You'll be walking lots around here, friends.
You will.
So that's our little travel tip, and we hope you find it helpful.
Yes.
Last but not least, we're going to end this video with Italian fast food in Japan, because why not? We randomly discovered this chain restaurant in Kanazawa, and it was surprisingly good. We actually ended up eating at this place in a few more cities. Sometimes you just crave some familiar flavors when you're traveling, and this was a nice option. So, interesting thing about this restaurant is that you basically fill out your own order here. Each of the items are numbered, so you write the number of the meal you want, the quantity, any special notes.
Yes.
And then you ding the dong.
Ding the dong.
Once you're ready.
I admire the efficiency of it.
Ding the dong.
I ding the dong. Ooh, the vanoli arrived. Oh.
Kampai.
Kampai. Salud. Cheers. It's pretty good for the house wine.
Pomodoro pasta has arrived. I ordered it with extra cheese.
Look at that.
Extra cheese. Look at that. Ooh la la.
Looks fine from over here.
Looks fine from over here too. Good cheese. It's just really nice to be mixing it up. We have intentionally been trying to find some international food, as much as we love the sushi and the ramen and the udon. You know, after a few weeks, it's nice to get some different flavors from around the world. So here we are with pasta, there's pizza coming, and then dessert. Pizza.
Pizza, and not just any kind of pizza. Pizza with a buffalo mozzarella.
Oh, so this is the margherita, correct?
No, it's the pizza with a buffalo mozzarella. I'll show you in the menu. It's actually the triple mozzarella. Let me show you. Look at this. This one.
Ooh.
Right over there.
Okay.
So let's see if it can bring a little slice of authentic Naples with us here. Look at that, guys. Look at all that cheese. That is the extra cheese.
Oh, there goes all the cheese.
Oh, super cheesy bite. A very close interpretation, if not the buffalo mozzarella. And the thing is, this isn't like Naples pizza. Like, I don't feel like I'm in Naples. We have been there and tried the authentic thing. But this is a very good interpretation. I'm enjoying it. It's tasty. It's very good.
The only thing now is you're eating it with your hands.
Yeah.
Would the Neapolitans approve?
Yeah.
Perhaps not.
Oh, don't do a pizza with your hands. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
We have tiramisu and flan for dessert. Look at that. Ooh la la. What a combination. Alrighty, friends. Starting with the flan, the custard right here, that brown caramelized sugar. I've got to say, that's pretty good considering we're half a world away from Italy. Well, friends, leaving with full bellies.
Oh.
Very happy.
The place is a gem. Honestly, the quality exceeded my expectations and the price was just amazing. I think we paid 2,500 yen.
We sure did.
That included wine, mains, and 2 desserts. Like full.
3 desserts, because the flan,
Yeah.
tiramisu, and then the little bites with gelato.
I'm full. I'm satisfied. And just great place, to be honest. It's kind of a gem, hidden gem.